savage. Four-wheel wheel spin. That's enough moves, bro.
Yeah.
Hi. I actually know Aaron from quite a long time ago. We used to have some mad Starlets back in the day. I will say as well, Aaron's always been quite famous. He's a humble man. He doesn't like me to say this kind of thing, but he's always built some extremely impressive cars over the time. Start her up and we'll get her going. It's going to be quite loud in here today.
I hear him chatting the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the. I hear him chatting the noise, man so tough, but must keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch mine, please use caution.
Raising up.
Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the.
First thing I'm going to remark is this Civic is all-wheel drive, which is quite nice. Obviously, a lot of these big horsepower Civics are prone to a bit of wheel spin, and this car's massive horsepower as well. At the wheels, on the maximum boost setting, it's 600 wheel horsepower. So about, what's that in fly? 700?
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
Yeah, pretty crazy. What boost was that on?
That's just a bar.
Bar of boost.
Basically, yeah.
And what does it go up to?
1.8.
1.8 bar, okay. All-wheel drive system is from the CRV.
Yeah, pretty much. Most of the CRV like a custom prop with a Vistas coupling in it, just to take some of the shock away from the rear. Obviously, you can't handle that kind of power.
And the gearbox as well is from a CRV. You did try and run the EP3 gear set, but it was a little bit weaker.
Yeah, it's a lot weaker. The 6-bit engine a lot weaker, so the brake's a lot quicker.
I got you. So really for you, the next port of call is a gearbox solution. But now it's running fine, it's doing what it needs to do.
I'm going to put a gear set in it when I can afford it.
Yeah, big money.
Yeah, this is alright. As long as you just got to be easy when you're on track. So just when you put it like nurse into gear and just don't stand with the throttle, take it easy.
And to be a little bit sort of sympathetic with it, kind of thing. K20 motor. Just run us through some of the specs on the engine.
It's just a basic built motor, really. Full pistons, rods, valve springs. You don't want to see little things you need to do. Nothing too mad.
Standard crank.
Standard crank, yeah.
Obviously slightly bigger pistons and stuff.
Yeah, just a speed.
Marginally, okay. Then what about the turbo? It looks like quite a big whistler.
Yeah, it's a Precision 6266.
Nice, man. And then ball bearing.
Ball bearing, yeah.
So it spools up nice and quick.
Yeah.
We got a little dual carriageway. As well, he's got AR1 Nankangs on it, semi-slicks, which do take a little bit of temperature. Obviously we're in January, so bear that in mind. If you do run semi-slicks on the road, you do need to kind of get the tyres up to temperature first. I saw you got an external wastegate under there. What about the manifold, intake manifold, and the rest of the exhaust setup?
The manifold's a TDI North manifold.
Yeah, I heard of them, yeah. Honda
I
Specialist.
bought an eBay for like 150 quid, but the car's N8. The exhaust is just everything we've done, it's just custom, made it hard to go, really.
Nice one, man. It's so responsive. So you've got a Haltech display screen, so Haltech standalone ECU?
Yeah, Haltech 1500 ECU on it.
Crazy.
Just keeps everything nice together. Never have dials, you know, like I hate having gauges and flag up and everything's in front of your face, it's nice.
100%. It's quite hard when you've got a million gauges everywhere to kind of keep an eye.
Once I can flash up, something's wrong with it. Injectors are 1000 cc's. That's what's limiting the power. They're maxed out at like 600 horsepower.
Got the injector duty cycles like right up there.
It's like 95.
Okay. And you've got a fuel cell in the back?
Yeah, fuel cell.
Swell pot?
Yeah, 2 litre swell pot, and then stage 4 pumps.
Okay. And two twin pumps?
Yeah, twin,
One feeding the swell pot and then one feeding
got a separate lift pump. But it's like just a diaphragm pump to feed the swell pot, and then
very nice of Aaron today as well. Like we said, he doesn't really use it on the road that much, so it's really nice we can kind of bring it out today and kind of show you guys what it's all about. Obviously on a track, this is where this car really sings. You are a little bit limited. Like we said, don't go crazy on the road, guys, when you watch these videos. But yeah, I mean, even today when it's a little bit cold, you can still kind of use it with the four-wheel drive system, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's sick, man. It really is. Full roll cage.
Yeah, kind of like full roll cage.
It's pretty comprehensive. You've got door bars. You've got triangulation bars to the front.
No.
Okay.
No, not them.
But the EP3, we can remark, is quite a rigid chassis, even from factory, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very strong. I think it's very heavy, so it must be built well.
Four-wheel wheel spin.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
It's wet out still.
Yeah, of course. It's quite slippery, but it's really easy, man. I can't describe it. This is a really seriously fast car. Fist bump deserved, man. That was initially absolutely mental. We'll just go through a couple of little bits while we can breathe. Slightly larger rear quarters.
Yeah, well originally we put 18-inch wheels on it to try and, when it was front wheel drive, to try and get the traction down. So we had to cut the arches out and muck around, so that's why we put the wide arch kit on it originally.
I got you, man. And same thing on the front, you've got slightly wider sort of over fenders.
So we were trying to make traction when it was front wheel drive. So we put big old 265 tyres on it, but it ruined the drive of it.
Yeah. Evo 8 wheels, those are your 6-pot brakes. You've got a separate sort of bell and disc, like floating rotor as it were, just to kind of dissipate the heat. Stock bonnet.
Stock bonnet, yeah, just cut out.
A couple of little aero catches.
Yeah.
And then intercooler pipework at the front. Is that? And then the radiators obviously custom rad.
No, to be honest, it's just normal alley rad for an EP3.
It is. Dump valve or blast valve, whatever you want to call it. Vents the atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you've got a precision external wastegate. What size was that?
That's 44mm.
44mm, okay.
Yeah.
Exhaust housing as well on a turbo is quite large, isn't it? You've got kind of heat wrap just to kind of help get rid of some of the engine bay temps. Standard coils.
Yeah.
And they can take the abuse.
Yeah, no, I had no problem with them.
Fair play. Aftermarket fuel rail. And then what about the throttle body?
It's a 70mm throttle body.
70mm. So
yeah.
What's the standard one?
No idea, to be honest.
It's a bit smaller than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Different intake manifolds. I see you got like solids. Are they solid top mounts or they got a bush?
They're bushed.
Oh, they actually got a polyurethane bush.
Yeah, polyurethane.
Okay, fair play. That's an oil catch tank.
Yep.
Obviously, sort of slightly bigger breathers. You've done a little bit of work here to make the breather a bit bigger. And you haven't got a lot of room with the EP3. Obviously, the turbo and the manifold setup has to kind of sit at the back with the sort of way the engine's
it's all a bit of a nightmare. It's tight. It gets very hot in there. So the downpipe with the transfer box and stuff is quite squeezed.
Yeah, I got you, man. The Burger King sliders, polycarbonate windows, stock EP3 spoiler, knacker ducts. That's very race car. That's for your fuel.
Yeah.
And then you've got sort of slightly different side skirts to kind of sort of blend in a bit with the over fenders. Right, anyway, enough talking. Send it. I must say as well, Aaron's got his own business. He's like a technician or engineer. With the help of a few mates and himself, he's literally done his whole car by himself. So, I mean, credit due, it really is a bit of kitness. Who mapped it?
Romain.
Romain, the guy that used to work at Eurospec.
Yeah, yeah.
Big up Romain, it literally rips. And how much boost are we running now?
About 1.6.
Well, is that top setting?
No, we've got 1.8, but
obviously
because it's cold, it might max out the injector, so it might end up in limbo.
I think that's enough boost, bro.
Yeah, so it's wet out as well. So.
Yeah. I'm going to do a little launch. Jesus Christ, I'm ready. We're still getting traction. Obviously for you, it's different when you're a driver because you can brace for it more.
Yeah.
As a passenger, this is mental quick, man. How are you still alive?
I don't know. Not driving it on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is. I hope you guys appreciate the amount of effort we're going to today. What's that down there? AccuSump. Oh, is that you got a dry sump?
It's just like an accumulator of pressurised oil.
Oh, okay.
So if it drops oil pressure, that fire oil into the engine.
Okay.
And you cuts it off, cuts the engine off.
I got you, man. What about the brakes? I noticed you've got much bigger brakes in the front.
Yeah, they're like in the TEI. They're a bit of a Chinese special, but we put them on it when it was just NA. There's 6 cars, and they've never let us down. So we've kind of just left them on there.
With them. And
Yeah.
on the back,
Just standard CRV brakes.
I've got CRV brakes in the back. Are they
Yeah.
slightly bigger than the EP3 ones?
They are, yeah.
Okay. And the suspension?
Yellow speed track coilovers,
Adjustable
premium ones.
coilovers.
Yeah.
And they're from Tagiwa. Big up Tagiwa as
Yeah.
well. Hopefully we can get him involved with the EG build. So make sure I'm going to put Tagiwa's Instagram down here and Yellow Speeds as well. Make sure you give them a follow and send them some Monky love. Obviously you can adjust all things like the camber on the shock absorbers. And then you've got like rose jointed ends.
Yeah, rose jointed, trackman ends, everything's poly pushed. Kind of everything you kind of need to do one day to try and make it handle better than they do, because see stuff with bump steer and stuff, so try everything to avoid that really.
I got you, because out the factory these are very nice, as even in their stock form, they're fantastic handling cars, aren't they? They really are.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give you a firm 20 out of 10.
Yeah?
Because it's next up, you've got traction, mental horsepower, instant response, extremely good chassis stability, top driver, and he's an old mate of mine as well, so 20 out of 10 brother, it's absolutely sick, it's really impressive. What have you done to the drivetrain to kind of make it a little bit stronger? Like stock drive shaft and stuff?
Yeah, stock drive shaft, it's just got the Freelander piston coupling, obviously it takes the shock away from the rear,
Oh,
so you do get a bit of slip with the rear.
They're obviously quite chunky as well.
Yeah.
I'm also going to chuck Aaron's Instagram on him as well. He'd really appreciate some follows, and it'd be great if you guys could follow the build with him. So yeah, make sure you give him a little follow. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed, man. It's like I said, I've known you for a long time, and you've always built impressive cars, but this is it really is on another scale. Cars I've ever been in. Fair play to John as well. Obviously Aaron wasn't doing the ragging, that was John. John's got big cojones today because it is slippery.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
And on the road as well, you mustn't forget you get things like petroleum, diesel, little bits of oil in the tarmac, so it does make it, there's a lot of variables, is the best way to say it.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful, just run fast around them big corners and the wheels spin on 4 wheels and
yeah, it's sliding. So yeah, just remember, I know I said it before, just do be careful on the roads, guys. You know, everything in moderation. Just trying to give you guys a little bit of advice, because the last thing we want to see is you guys getting proud reds. Yeah, fair play to you, man. This is you've got to have some skill to drive it. Yeah. A lot of skill. A massive thanks to Aaron. Been great to catch up with him. He's a top guy. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this crazy instalment, another sick Monky on the car review. We've got a lot more reviews coming up. Like I said, please like the video, comment below, do whatever you have to do to keep these videos coming. Really appreciate all your time watching the videos as well. Like I said, we couldn't do it without Aaron, or people like Aaron couldn't do it without you. Anyhow, goodbye to Mr. Aaron. Love you, man. Love you guys too. And we look forward to seeing you soon.